Robinson Consulting Firm, this is Art Vandelay. Alright.
Hey, we got some big troubles going on here. Our profits are down. Our firm morale is down. I've got options to enlarge the firm, but the rest of the partners won't support it. I've got a department that's causing me to lose money. I'm spending money on training that isn't even working, and we're spending a lot of money on travel. This is causing quite a bit of tension between the partners, and I'm on the verge of losing my most promising associate.
I understand where you're coming from. Send the information over to me. I'll let my people look at it. We'll find some solutions to your problem.
Please, anything you need. I'll have my assistant send it right over to you. I've been with this firm since day one, 23 years ago. I don't understand why it's not working anymore. We have a bonus pool to encourage competition between our different departments, and that's the heart of our company.
I totally understand. Don't worry, we'll get to the bottom of this soon. Good talking to you.
Did you just get a text from the boss?
Yeah, I just got that.
Dude, why is so sassy?
We should get going.
Yeah, alright, let's do it.
Yeah, 9 a.m. sharp, right?
Yeah, I wonder where he is, so.
Alright, I talked to Tony Larkin of the law firm Darby and Larkin. Right now, they're having a bad year. People are trying to leave. Bonus pool isn't working. The bankruptcy department's going down the drain. I need you to look into as much information as you can. Tell me what's wrong with this company. Alright, I'll see both of you 9 a.m. sharp with all the information I need.
Alright, let's get working on this. Let's do it. Alright.
What are you two doing?
Data analysis.
Entry.
Get back to work.
Robinson Consulting Firm, this is Art Vandelay.
Hey Art, it's Tony. I'm wondering how the solutions are coming along.
Oh, hey Tony. I was just recently checking in with my associates right now. They're doing some great work. We'll meet again tomorrow morning and discuss some of the options we have for you.
Okay, great. It's just that I don't have much time. I've got one more day before my most promising associate's going to walk out.
Alright, I understand your concern. How about I call my team back in right now, and we'll have something ready for you tomorrow morning. Can you meet at 10?
Yes, I can. And thank you for making this a priority.
Absolutely. See you then.
All right.
Oh, we got it?
I think we got it.
Hey Tony, good to see you. Hope the drive over wasn't too bad.
Hey Art, great to see you as well. And the drive was a breeze.
Alright, Tony. You called me and told me all the problems we've got with Darby and Larkin. Going through all the information you've given us, we've come up with all the solutions that you need. We also got some recommendations that'll help improve the profits of your business. My associates Elizabeth and Rebecca will run down through each of these proposals and go into detail. If you have any questions, just go ahead and ask.
So first we noticed some potential problems with the expenses.
When we zoomed in to see the allocation of administrative expenses, we questioned how much of the overhead expenses are actually going to what. So, within the practice groups, are they being assigned per position or individual? For example, does the insurance such as malpractice apply to all in the estate and trust department, or does it apply only to the paralegals or partners and associates? It also seems as though some of the expenses that are labeled administrative should be more concise, such as supplies and travel should not be mixed together. We are unable to know how much of that is exactly supplies and exactly travel.
We would also need a further breakdown of the cost of overhead per position within each practice group of the administrative expenses. You should be able to track down individually who has been using what expenses for travel, training, etc. When you can break it down, it also becomes that much easier to know how to cut down on expenses when it's necessary.
So what are some of the ways I can break down my expenses?
Well, it is clear that you are spending a lot of money on travel. If you're investing that much money on travel, who's traveling? If that person traveling is bringing back good business for the company, then it's definitely worth the investment of that travel. However, if a bunch of different people are traveling to various places and not bringing back business for the department, then it's not worth your company to invest in the travel for those people. It's best if you can separate the travel to an individual so that you can keep track of travel expenses.
Exactly. And with the other expenses such as the training and licensing, we should be able to see who is benefiting from the training and who needs their licensing and certification renewed. If a company is paying to send all of its members to a training conference, you can certainly cut down on the costs by only sending one representative from each department who would be responsible for relaying the information back to the others members of the department.
There was also another interesting expense recorded under the administrative expenses for off-site storage. To our understanding, there's just one building that your firm works under, and we're not sure what exactly your firm has that it would need storage for. This is something you should probably look into with your administrative department. You're spending about $15,000 a year on it.
Huh. I'll look into that right away.
We then discussed our thoughts about the bankruptcy department. As Rebecca brought to our attention yesterday, the partner for that department is working about 500 billable hours less than the other department partners.
How much money is being lost from these missed billable hours?
The partners' billable hours are so imperative because of the billing ratio. They make so much more per billable hour than the other positions that it would have much higher department gain if they increased. The partners charge between $420 and $480 per billable hour. Bankruptcy is charging $430 per billable hour. The more billable hours they log, the less costly expenses are to them. Right now, the bankruptcy partner is logging about 50% of his or her day with billable hours, while the others are averaging about 75% per day.
And if you look at the billable hours per partner, bankruptcy is at 1,080 per partner, while the next lowest is at 1,450. If we can bring the corporate hours up to 1,500 hours, that is an extra $180,600 earned.
And that would change the current loss of $56,000 to a profit of $120,000. This isn't a hard issue to resolve. Essentially, if your partner just worked an extra 2 hours a day on a regular 5-day work week basis, they would earn an extra 500 billable hours in a year. That would be worth it for the bankruptcy department to stay. But your senior partner cannot slack on this time.
All right, thank you. I'll make sure all this gets to my partner. Anyway, have you looked into my bonus pool?
Yes, we have. After much debate, we have concluded that a different approach should be taken with the bonus pools. We have thought about 3 methods, one of which we think would be the most efficient.
Option 1 would be to keep the bonus pool the same way. Because bonuses are based on the practice groups, not Darby Larkin as a whole, the current model encourages competition to the extent that is less beneficial to the company overall. Since they want each practice to do the best, for their bonuses. They will not want to suggest other practices to their clients. If the clients worked with multiple practices in the company, that would be better for all.
The second option would be to not break the bonus pools up by practice and just give them a percentage from the overall company success. That would encourage to help them and the other practice groups to bring in clients so that there's more revenue for the company. And basically in this model, the better the company does as a whole, the bigger your bonus.
That's not the direction I want my bonus pool to go in. The competition of the pool is based on one of Darby and Larkin's biggest traditions.
Our third option, and what we would recommend, is a combination of our previous two options. Using 27% of the operating profit margin, we are going to stick with the initial 2% of that being distributed to the office workers. However, half of the remaining 25% is going to be broken up between the different departments based on billable hours, while the other half will be based on the percent of Darby Larkin's total operating profit from the firm for the year. This way there is still competition because the better their practice does, the better the bonus. But then it also encourages cooperation because the other groups succeed, and so does Darby Larkin, and therefore their net bonus increases.
If you're still interested in incentivizing cooperation outside of the bonus pool, there are several options to take into consideration. You could assign a finder's fee or a bonus for those who bring in new clients, or you could set aside a certain percent for people who bring in new clients from the bonus pool.
Finally, given your current financial situation, you should not acquire the Corona Attorney Office.
Wait a minute. Wouldn't the Corona office help my financial situation by giving me more revenue?
Maybe so, but a new department also means more service costs and expenses, and because it is not located at Darby and Larkin's main office, that adds up to the travel expenses that are already an issue right now. There would also be an additional expenses to maintaining that new building, such as maintenance and utilities, insurance, and property taxes.
However, you do not have to drop the deal entirely. Once your company becomes more stable and you have put some of our recommended practices into place, you should be ready for expansion. But right now, your main focus should be reorganizing the accounts, keeping better record of the expenses, and building up your bankruptcy department.
Well, Tony, I think all your problems have been solved.
It looks like it, Art. You've all done an impressive amount of work. I'll make sure everyone back in the office hears about this so we can start making some of the big changes.
It was very nice meeting you.
Nice meeting you as well.
And pleasure to meet you too.
If you have any troubles, just call us up again. We'll be happy to help.